Hello Gemini, welcome to your reading for mid-May. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you at this time. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. My oldest beagle is with me today, and if you hear any grunting or camera shaking, it's all him. He has issues. He can't be alone. So I'm babysitting. All right. I'm going to look at your energy today via a Celtic cross, but I'm starting off with a couple of archetypes just to see what we're dealing with. The bridge. Beautiful. Let's see what else we have for you. The vessel. All right. Let's talk about these real quick before I pull your tarot. Now, when it comes to the bridge talks about connection. It talks about a link and it talks about a gate. It talks about how bridges are built to connect worlds. They create flow. They allow us to travel between realms and ideologies and personalities. And this archetype in particular, it is a gesture. It's a gesture of acceptance, of saying yes rather than, well, withdrawing, separating and saying no. And when we cross a bridge to, let's say, an unknown land, we are led magically into a new reality. Whether it is a bridge we are creating via reading a book about another country, or it is actually physically visiting one, or it is just daydreaming and transporting yourself to a different timeline, a different reality. And when this card appears, it talks about healing and communication which are made possible. It's a state of curiosity, wonder and learning. And we have to remember that bridges cannot be forced. They must be made with love, or the structure will not withstand the weather of life and the test of time. So what bridge is it that you are being asked to build? Is it within your relationships? Is it removing boundaries and obstacles and making sure you connect with another wholeheartedly with that essence of love and not bias? You know, it is quite a deep card, but I like it. It talks about acceptance and magic and communication. Considering Mercury is retrograding in your sign while I'm recording, at least till the 22nd of May, when your own ruler retrogrades in your sign, it isn't as difficult as it is for the rest of the world. I think it takes you back to where the bridges that you have built may be a little patchy, where the links that you have built may be a little weak and where they need to be reinforced. Okay. And with the vessel, this talks about it's quite interesting, and I remember this being called the most powerful archetype in the entire deck. The cup or the vessel is everywhere. It holds liquid, it holds fire, our bodies hold organs, our homes hold families, and through this simple act of separation, the vessel protects what it contains. Like nests, let's say, protect the eggs, and savings account protect your earnings. Even the planets are contained within their circular orbit. So when this card appears, I think it's time to assess what is being held together and how. Is the vessel too tight? Is it too loose? Is it broken? Is it empty? Is it full? Or perhaps there's no vessel at all and the contents are spilling in every direction. It is natural for structures to be formed and eventually fall apart. And every vessel has a life cycle that must be honored. So maybe now it is time for you to build, break, or, well, repair. That is something you need to ask yourself. Again, with the bridge and the vessel, this is talking about bonds. It's talking about relationships and structures, foundations that you are building for yourself. I'm sorry, my dog is shaking the camera. It's very soft, you can't really tell, but I don't know what to do with this child. I've named him Mr. Darcy. Anyway, all right, let's move on to your tarot to see what we have for you. But I'm seeing a lot of reassessing, and which is quite fitting for this retrograde cycle, especially for you, Gemini. Okay, you know what? Let me pause the video for just a second. I need to fix this. Sorry about that. So he was sitting on the stand that the tripod sits on, and the camera was shaking. Anyway, I managed to move him. So I see you embracing this retrograde. 10 of Pentacles is the center of your reading. Absolutely beautiful. This could be talking about family ties. It could be talking about your marriage or a high level of commitment. It could be talking about, well, how you build the bonds of love, how you build the bonds of friendship and family. The 10 of Pentacles is a card that represents a legacy of love and family fortune. So you are focusing on that right now. Let's see what is crossing this energy. Ace of Swords. Some kind of truth, some type of clarity that may be incoming or has come in already. The Ace of Swords is a very revealing truth, and I mean that there's no surprise there, because we do have a total full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio on the 16th. And that is going to bring a lot of deep dark secrets to the light. It is possible some of you are dealing with secrets that may have resurfaced or surfaced newly for you, and you're, well, just trying to understand how to move forward from this. The bridge again is staring at me. I feel like it's very easy to burn bridges that may have taken years to build, and with one little spark or one little piece of information that comes about, we may be tempted to, well, burn that bridge. Just make sure you don't do anything impulsive, Gemini. All right, what is in your focus? The 10 of Wands. You're overburdened. 2 10s together. Some of you may be taking on all the responsibilities on the family front. Some of you may be taking on all the workload in your business, and some of you may be doing all the work in your relationships. And I feel like you're not even stopping yourself from taking on more, because you see how her back is bent over backwards with the amount of flowers she's carrying, but she's still intent on picking more. So I feel right now, Gemini, it is a good time for you to take a step back. Make sure you know that the bridges that you have built that connect you to other people, the bonds that you have made, and the vessels that create that love and those bonds are strong enough. And making sure that you're not bending over backwards just because you're afraid that you're going to break those bonds. If you do, let's see what is in your recent past, Gemini. 3 of Cups. This could very well be a friendship that may have run its course. With the 3 of Cups in the past, this is a soul tie that, well, you were completely intertwined to, something that kept you going, something that brought you joy. It could even be a relationship that started off as a friendship, and, well, it became extremely deep where you became family. I'm getting that your bonds, the ties that you have made are a burden for you now. Let's see what is crowning you. I need more information. The King of Swords. I see you setting boundaries. I see you not wearing your heart on your sleeve. I see you setting your own rules and being a little cutting. The King of Swords can very well be your energy, Gemini, since you're an air sign. And I feel like thinking more from a place of logic right now would suit you. Would suit whatever situation this is that you are dealing with. With the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords, I'm getting a sense of very clear-cut communication that needs to be had. And I feel like you have that power to do so as an air sign, as a Gemini. Setting boundaries with family, setting boundaries with a romantic partner, setting boundaries with friends, making sure you're not taken advantage of. Let's see. Immediate future. Oh, wow. Yeah, he's destroying the reading room. Anyway, Knight of Pentacles. I see you slowing down a little bit. In a good way, in the best way possible. Because like I said, you're ruled by Mercury and your mind moves a mile a minute, Gemini. When you slow down is when you can truly make use of your entire brain. You know, we don't use, how much do we use? I think 20% of our brain. Don't quote me on that. I need to look that up. But when you do slow down, when your mind slows down a little bit, I feel like you can make the most of the wisdom that you have within you. instead of rushing forth and taking action and just taking action for the sake of taking action, because that's what happens during Mercury retrograde. We want to go because Mercury does, even if it's retrograde, it's moving very fast, right? But slowing down as the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like you are more looking at the journey instead of the destination, and that is supremely healthy. Let's see how you're showing up. Oh goodness me, I dropped a card. What a chaotic reading this has been. First with my dog, and now with me dropping cards. Mercury retrograde at its finest. You're showing up sad. You're showing up as the Five of Cups. You're showing up as, you see, we had the Three of Cups in the immediate past. Now, it's almost like those 3 cups have floated away. They are on their way out of your life. Whatever this 3 of Cups represents, a family tie, a relationship, a friendship, whatever it is. And you're sad about that, not realizing that there are still 2 flowers on this emotional crutch, as I like to call it. There are still relationships and ties and bonds around you that will help you sail through life. And if this is not another connection, this is the connection you have with your higher self. The longest relationship we have ever been in is the ones we have with ourselves, Gemini. And the minute you realize that, you are the most powerful person on this planet, because the only person you will cater to then is you, like no one else can. Let's see, what is your external environment that you may or may not be aware of? 9 of Pentacles. There is this sense of independence that is there for you to savor. I feel like there may have been a bit of codependency when it came to whether it's familial money or it is not just money, just energy. Because you're such a communal being, because of Mercury being your ruler, I feel like you make connections very quickly and you nurture them. But the 9 of Pentacles is an energy of you having to be independent enough to be happy in your own company. And I'm sure most of you are. My Mercury is in Gemini, and though I love socializing and talking to people and debating and all of that, I love my own solo time. So I feel like a little bit of alone time right now would be beneficial, considering Mercury is retrograding. You know what I mean? Let's see, what is your hope or your fear? The King of Wands. I think you're afraid that you will become complacent. I think you're afraid that you will not be able to follow your passions, and your dreams and your desires are just going to wash away. There is a sense of demotivation that I'm feeling here. I feel that the boundaries that you set earlier, make sure you don't cave yourself in. Because when we're, let's say, sitting in a fortress, all right, and we build those walls around that fortress, sorry, my dog is, well, there's nothing I can say to excuse his behavior. When we are sitting in a fortress, those walls do keep unwanted energies out, but they can also keep us stuck. So if you are building boundaries around yourself, make sure you're not building boundaries for people who can actually help you build your passions, who can help you follow your dreams. I feel like there are people around you who can inspire you, Gemini, and you may be walking away from just everybody. There is no filtration system here. I feel like you're just closing out books and not realizing that some chapters may actually help you. Does that make sense? Let's see. Possible outcome, the Chariot, beautiful. Some of you may be traveling, some of you may be moving homes, and some of you may even be buying a car. It's possible. But with the Chariot, I see movement. I don't see any kind of stagnation. With the bridge and the vessel, I feel like you have been very focused on your bonds, on your ties, on your love life. But with the Chariot, I'm almost getting a sense of freedom here, a sense of independence, a sense of moving forward and leaving things behind that don't really serve you. Because in the original Rider-Waite, the Emperor is said to ride the Chariot, and he's leaving behind his kingdom. He's leaving behind a city. He's leaving behind a place of security. So I feel that whatever truth this is that is showing up for you is almost adding fuel so you can begin your journey afresh by yourself for now. All right, let's see. Let's get a couple of tea leaves to close out the reading. Opportunity or windfall, carrot. I love this. I got that with the 9 of Pentacles. This opportunity that is knocking at your door. Just make sure you let it in. All right, what else do we have? Lobster, financial pinch. I place my cards intuitively. I placed it here, which is the past. I feel like things may have been a little difficult. You may have been overburdened with responsibilities. Money may not have been very prevalent. But with the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like slow and steady. I feel like all of these opportunities are coming in for you now, Gemini. Handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. Keep that in mind. It's possible that this opportunity comes about when you're least expecting it to. You could meet somebody who could offer you, well, a job, or somebody who could offer you an investment opportunity. And just be careful, of course. But with Venus in Aries, Venus rules our finances. It will want us to take action, to take charge of our money. Door. Opportunities are waiting for you. You can't make this up. We've got 2 cards of opportunities. Beautiful reading. A little speed bumpy, but nothing you can't handle, Gemini. All right, that was your reading. I hope it helped you guys. I will see you in the next one.